Is the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, trying to appease India? Why do I say that? Tomorrow he will be in New Delhi for the G20 summit, and just on the eve of his visit, he decided to address the Khalistan issue. In an email sent to the Press Trust of India, the British Prime Minister tried to reassure India over pro-Khalistan violence in the UK. Let me read out what he said. No form of extremism is acceptable in the UK, and I take the duty of the government to disrupt and counter violent, divisive ideologies, whatever they may be, very seriously. We are working closely with our partners in the Indian government to tackle the threat from pro-Khalistan extremism, and the British police are fully empowered to deal with violent acts. Well, we certainly appreciate the reassurance, but can we talk about the UK's actions? What has the UK done so far against the said extremism? How many pro-Khalistanis has it arrested? Is Sunak simply playing nice because he's headed to India? What is the point of this statement right before his visit? It is nothing but appeasement. In August, UK Security Minister Tom Tugendhat was in India for the G20 anti-corruption ministerial meeting. There he announced new funding to tackle Khalistani extremism in the UK. How much? $120,000. These funds were supposed to help the India-UK Joint Extremism Task Force. But can we ignore that they came in a lead-up to the G20 summit? This year itself, there have been multiple pro-Khalistani incidents in the UK, but the country has not really done anything about them. Not until it was asked to, at least. Take the case of the Khalsa Television Limited. The media channel catered to the Sikh diaspora in the UK. It was established back in 2015, and since then, it was actively pushing Khalistani propaganda. Last year, one of its programs called on the UK-based Sikhs to travel to Punjab and engage in violent crime and disorder. Why? To achieve a separate Khalistan state, said the presenter. Yes, you heard it right. The channel was openly calling for violence in India. So what did the UK do about it then? It suspended the channel's license with immediate effect. But guess what? Former Prime Minister Liz Truss was again in New Delhi at that time, and for 7 long years, there was no action against this Khalsa TV. But as soon as Truss landed in India, the channel was dissolved. Coincidence? It's almost like whenever a British diplomat has an Indian visit planned, they start making promises to rein in extremism. But once they are back home, they forget all about it. Do you remember the March incident? On March 19, several Khalistani separatists gathered in front of the Indian High Commission in the UK. They waved their flags and called for Khalistani supporter Amritpal Singh to be freed. One of them pulled down the Indian tricolour at the High Commission. Yes, India's flag was taken down in the UK. Where was the security? Where were British officials then when all this was happening? What explains the indifference? Why bother flying a country's flag when you cannot honour it? Naturally, anger poured out in India. Indians demanded immediate action from the UK. The Ministry of External Affairs lodged a formal protest. It also summoned the highest-level UK diplomat in India. Soon, members of India's Sikh community gathered outside the British High Commission in New Delhi. Security barricades were removed from outside the British High Commission. And after all of this, did the UK do anything? Did it track down the separatists? Last we checked, it was probing the matter. It says it is looking for evidence. What kind of evidence do you need? The faces are out there. The footage of the incident was everywhere on social media. Almost 6 months have passed. So what explains the delay? Many more incidents of Khalistani violence and vandalism have happened since then, and the UK has done next to nothing. Rishi Sunak says the UK doesn't tolerate extremism, but seeing the track record, it seems it has been conveniently ignoring it. Sunak's remarks are too little too late, and they look like a desperate PR move and nothing else. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.